Hey everyone, welcome to High Street Presbyterian Church's YouTube channel. It's St. Patrick's Day today. We've got another daily update for you. I'm wearing a little bit of green in honour of St. Patrick. I suppose we're struggling to have things to be thankful for at the minute, but St. Patrick is certainly someone that we can be thankful for. He came in the 5th century. He was a Christian missionary and spread the gospel throughout our land, so we have a lot of thanks that we owe him. I want to get through quite a few things today. Our daily update videos want to be short and snappy. I want to mention Boris Johnson, Bojo. We saw him on the TV yesterday updating us all, bringing in new measures to help us deal with this. And they seem to be talking a lot about flattening the curve. Maybe some of you don't have a clue what that actually means. I suppose what it really means is the government are trying to slow down the spread of the virus. So if everyone in our population got this virus very quickly, all at once, it would be ridiculous pressure, impossible pressure on the NHS. And sadly, that means more people would die. We just wouldn't have the resources, we wouldn't have the beds, wouldn't have the equipment, wouldn't have the staff, and so on. So by flattening the curve, we are essentially prolonging this, but the idea is that we would be better suited then as a country to deal with it. I personally like the way the government are handling this so far. We have Boris kind of coming out and being quite clear and quite strong. We have these experts that are alongside the government officials, and they're given quite good advice, it seems. They're looking at all the kind of factors, all the trends. They're trying to make decisions that are best suited really for the long-term benefit of our nation. So I'm putting my trust in them at the minute anyway. A big issue though moving forward, of course, is mental health problems, the mental health well-being of our communities. We're going to have a lot of people in isolation in the coming weeks, a lot of people stuck at home, a lot of people staring at walls around them. And inevitably what happens in those moments is we look at online content, we look at our smartphones, we're bombarded by negative stories. It's important to remember that actually life is going on. We're not alone in this crisis. We're all in this together. Every morning I kind of wake up and go open the curtains, open the window, and I see as a bit of a reminder, the sun is still rising in the sky, the grass is growing, the flowers are coming through, spring is in the air, there's oxygen to breathe. I listen and cars are still driving around, people are trying to go to work, people are trying to carry on as normal as they can. Yes, things are different, things have changed, there's huge changes coming in, but life is carrying on and we've got to try and be as positive as we can be. We've got to look out for people in our communities who maybe need a little bit of help, maybe need a bit of reassurance, maybe even need a little bit of company to get through this period. As a church family, we've been trying to carry on as much as the government's advice allows us to do so. We met on Sunday morning. There was only about 40 of us, but we sang, we prayed, we read God's word together. Just yesterday morning, we went ahead with our parent and toddlers group. We meet each Monday in the morning. There were less of us than usual, but it was lovely, again, just to have a bit of social interaction. And I was chatting with some of the parents. They were saying about their concerns. If schools close, if parent and toddler groups close, they're going to be stuck at home, and it's a lot of pressure upon them. We need to come up with new and creative ways maybe of being together in a different way, maybe by phone, maybe online, who knows. We've got to come up with these though to try and support one another through what could be a lengthy period of this kind of stuff. For us in High Street Presbyterian, the plan is that in the coming days I'm going to be trying to get in touch with pretty much all our church family by phone to see if there are ways in which we can help each other. Maybe you're someone who's going to be stuck at home, or you're already self-isolating and you need a bit of help with maybe shopping, groceries, maybe you need prescriptions from the chemist, maybe you even want someone to talk to on the phone. Well, we're trying to organise a team of people, team of volunteers to help with these things, and hopefully we can kind of help one another through this, spur each other on. So if you are someone who needs that, please get in touch, even beyond our church family. If you live in the Holywood area here, we want to extend that out to you. We've got phone numbers, we've got email addresses that you can see below or on our website that you can get in touch if you need some practical help. We'd love to try and serve you in that way. We also have these daily videos that we're updating every single day. Hopefully kind of 9 o'clock, between 9 and 10 o'clock, hopefully we'll have these available each morning so you can check in with us. You can subscribe, you can leave comments below that you can engage with then. You can ask questions or give your thoughts on anything. We also have a video each afternoon which will come out, and it's to do with reading the Bible in a year, or reading the New Testament I should say in a year. So at the minute we're in Hebrews chapter 2, so there'll be content later on today about that. So we're doing our best to carry on as normally as we can. Last thing I want to mention, perhaps at the minute you're struggling somewhat in your relationship with the Lord. Maybe you're struggling in particular with prayer. There's a lot of pressure at the minute, a lot of nervousness, and a lot of anxiety. The Psalms are a wonderful place to turn. There's a psalm for almost every occasion. If you're over the moon, joyful about things are going well, there's a psalm to help us. If you're sad, if you're depressed, if you're low, if you're burdened, there's a psalm to help us. And the Psalms are really God-inspired, God-given words for us to use to cry out to Him in any occasion. So I wanted to read from Psalm 91, a really encouraging psalm. And really this is a prayer that we can pray, cry out to God. You can pray this for yourself, you can pray it for your family, for your community, for even the nation or the world. So let me read this for us. It says this: "Whoever dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust. Surely He will save you from the fowler's snare and from the deadly pestilence. He will cover you with His feathers, and under His wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness will be your shield and rampart. You will not fear the terror of night, nor the arrows that fly by day, nor the pestilence that stalks in the darkness, nor the plague that strikes at midday. 1,000 may fall at your side, 10,000 at your right hand, but it will not come near you." That's our hope, that's our prayer. Folks, wherever you are, whatever you're up to today, have a good day, stay safe, and God bless.